very pleased to welcome back to the program our good friend and sommelier to the stars, Adam Leemon, is here, along with local crooner Joe Croyle, who's had an amazing career and been on I several times for different shows.
That's right.
My favorite of your shows was when you did a tribute to Joe Croyle.
Yeah, tribute to
It was
myself.
amazing.
It was great. It worked out great. It was great. Had a full house.
You know your subject well. So.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Such a great show.
All right, Adam, the idea behind this segment is to find some really great wines
Absolutely.
at decent prices. You really kind of thought about this as a way to find some terrific wine that won't break the budget.
No kidding. You know, you don't have to spend a fortune to really enjoy a great bottle. I always think, too, the best part of any bottle is who you share it with. I've locally, Grocery Outlet Bargain Market has some amazing values. Joe Croyle here is partial and has a palate that loves Alexander Valley Cabernet Sauvignon, which is a grape.
Yes.
Alexander Valley being that place where it's from. They have an awesome selection, under 20 bucks there. I grabbed that bottle, cracked it open. It's been decanting for about an hour or so, and boy, this is ready to pass our lips, I think.
Okay, well, we're going to have to try. And you recommend decanting. How much in advance do you want to open up the wine and let it breathe?
You know, give or take an hour or two, really lets a bottle just kind of open up, gets a little bit of air, does the same thing as if you were sort of swirling the wine around in your glass or bubbling it around in your mouth.
Right.
Really lets it explode and shows the wine in its best case. Really opens up the fruit and really makes it ready for you. By the time the wine is ready for you, you're ready for it.
Okay, got that. All right, that sounds good. Now, Joe, what draws you to the cab in Alexander Valley?
Well, I have a story about that. I'll make it as short as I can. I was invited to Linda Gray's birthday party. She's from Dallas.
Of course.
She's on Dallas. And the gentleman that was throwing the party had hired Della Reese and her trio to come and play. Well, he found out that I was a singing member of the Modernaires, the famous Modernaires, and he invited me to get up and sing. And before he did, he said, "What kind of wine do you like to drink?" And I said, "Well, you know, I like a Chateau Lafite Rothschild 1968. And so he said, "Oh my God," you know. So I started singing. During the second number, he appears in the back of the room and he's going, "Hey, Joe. Hey, I got it." And he had the bottle, and so he opened it up, and we sat at his bar and drank it, and it was just it was incredible.
Wow.
So awesome.
You know,
That makes you a very expensive guy.
Yeah, I'm a very expensive guest.
That's right.
Exactly.
What other wines would you recommend? Like, you like the Alexander Valley because of the hardiness of the fruit?
Absolutely. You know, and it's approachable. I think it is great with food. Joe loves to cook.
I do.
You know, if you were cooking, Joe, what do you think you would do along with
meats,
this Cabernet?
You know, meats, any kind of meats, maybe some pasta.
Lovely.
My homemade spaghetti sauce, which is great.
Killer.
You know,
Killer.
it tastes
This
good with
stands up nicely to, like a good steak or even a rack of lamb, right?
Oh, yeah.
I agree with you. You know, there's a little bit of that spice. You get some of these dark fruits. The finish on it, you get a little bit of tannins, which is sort of that little bit of dryness you feel in a wine coming from tannic acid, which comes from the skins of the grapes. And I think between the fruit, a little bit of those tannins, you get such a nice balanced wine, and out of Alexander Valley, you get great values.
Look forward to having you on a regular basis.
Right
You
on.
can find out more about where Joe's performing by going to joecroyle.com. And he's performing all over town and getting back into the season. Thank you guys very much.
Thanks,
Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.